We're walking through the main exhibit hall for the eMerge Americas conference, one of the largest high-tech startup conferences in the Western Hemisphere.
There's so many ecosystems that are successful, and it really all starts with a foundational education system that is next to none.
Many startups, entrepreneurs struggle with integrating technology effectively. How has it played a role in how you connect with your fans? Has it changed a lot?
Oh, absolutely. It's a catch-22. What I mean by that is utilize social media to empower, motivate, and inspire, then you're going to have fans that are with you for a long time. If you utilize social media and any kind of platform to just push things on them, and then it's just like one big infomercial, they get allergic. You may catch them the first time, but by the second time, they're like, I don't know if I really like this person because I see that everything's about them and them and them and them and them. Now this is more like, hey, look, what we got going on, any way, shape, or form, if it can help you, motivate you, and inspire you, and you can come and have fun doing it, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So that's how we've been able to utilize those platforms. And artificial intelligence, you know, with AI, I say there's two AIs. There's artificial intelligence and there's Armando intelligence, okay? So I try to utilize Armando intelligence to really utilize artificial intelligence, and it has been something that it's worked out to this point good. And when I say by utilizing is producers can send me records with me on it and give me an idea at another level that maybe I wasn't thinking about, and then I can take that to another level. But there's no way that I'm just putting something together and just putting it out because a computer, a quantum computer, and spit it out at me. No, there's no way, shape, or form. And I'm sure there's people that will do that. But like anything, you know, it's all about creating awareness, educating, having these kind of conversations in what the future holds, and that is, I feel, how we'll be able to take, and I mean this in a positive way, take full advantage and maximize what the opportunities are in the future.
Just any challenge that you have faced that you can share that you turned into an opportunity?
No failure, only opportunities, and no problems, only solutions. And that's what I've applied in the music business. The music is what gave me a chance to open all these avenues to amazing, innovative businesses, education, things of that nature. Let's just go. So here's my story. Uncle Luke from Two Live Crew, Luther Campbell, gives me a chance to get on stage in North Carolina in front of 10,000 people in 2000.
Wow.
All right? I'm nervous, very nervous. And it wasn't like the crowds that are out there today. No, this was like Rough Riders, you know. They definitely weren't looking out for me, I'll tell you that much. So I get nervous and I tell Luke, hey, can I have a drink? He said, yeah, no problem. He told me, knock yourself out, Chico. So that's where I get Chico from. He's the one that always calls me Chico Suave. Go ahead, Chico, you know. So I start with Bacardi, then I drink Hennessy, then I drink Heineken, then I drink Corona. Might not drink it all. Oh, brother. I wasn't nervous anymore, I'll tell you that much. And Luke is on stage in front of 10,000 people in North Carolina, like we say, North Kakalaka. And he's like, I got this Cuban kid that's gonna come on stage and he spits fire, he don't see nobody, he gonna out-rap everybody. So I'm on stage like all boosted up, ready to go, and when I get on stage, in my head, I think that I'm on fire, like I'm getting them.
Oh, God.
And what comes out my mouth, verbatim, and I just kept getting louder, because I think I'm doing it in my head. So Luke says, get this off stage. Get off stage. First show, Uncle Luke, first person to give me that opportunity at that level, right? Next day, I woke up, I said, I'm sorry, I apologize. He said, did you get the lesson? I said, I sure did. I've never been sloppy like that again in my life, much less on stage. So that could have been the beginning of the end of my career.
Yeah.
The beginning of the end of my career. But it was the best lesson that could possibly happen to me. And that was a moment that, one of the moments that changed my life, stayed with me, because I was able to be human enough, or man enough, not human enough to say, you know what, that's my bad, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. To this day, me and Uncle Luke, Chico Suave, you already know what it is, and he's one of the people that also motivated me to do amazing things in the neighborhood, community, and for schools.
Is this the first time you've been at the eMerge show?
Yes, it is, sir. This is the first time I've ever been at one of these.
Has it lived up to your expectations?
Absolutely. It's been a great time. Wonderful people down here in Miami. Love it.
I think it's very interesting what you're selling. You're selling weapon systems?
Well, we're selling a modular payload delivery system. So yes, the payload could be kinetic in nature, or it could be EW or sensors or something like that. So yes.
Who would it be used on?
It would be used on like, what do you mean used on?
It's a weapon, so it's going to do something destructive.
Primarily, it would be like an anti-armor system. So you're looking at like targets of like tanks, armored personnel carriers, light vehicles, stuff of that nature.
Is there a lot of call for that stuff here in America yet?
I mean, it just depends on what adversaries that our U.S. military happens to run into. You know, so if I mean, I would not say like right here in America, but you know. Possibly if we end up on another overseas deployment, or we get
then again,
attacked again.
Then again, you never know.
You never know.
So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You run the career method, training people how to do this for a living. So how would a person in a tech company start this muscle and have it relate to their brand, and how do they do it?
So anybody who's starting, they need to kind of look at a couple of things. They need to look at what it is that they're interested in. They need to look at what they're good at, and then they need to understand what there's market demand for. And then when you cross-reference those three things, you come up with what your content pillars are going to be. And then it's just simply a matter of researching, finding other creators who are doing it at scale, who are doing it successfully, getting inspiration from their work, and diving into it and really being organized and committing a certain amount of time that will produce a certain amount of content and putting it out consistently over long periods of time, and getting out of your own head when the data either flattens or goes down, because it's through that long consistent process, that's when you get scale.
If we do not make some significant changes to U.S. immigration law to attract the brightest and the best, no matter where they are from, based on merit alone, based on their accomplishments, based on national interest, we may fail in the AI race, in the technology race, and all these other parts of our economy. The problem is how long you have to wait for a green card.
What are the major regulatory, legal, and geopolitical challenges facing the global space economy, and how can we navigate them collectively?
Space is very different today than it was 50 years ago. I mean, you got more than 80 countries that have bona fide space capabilities. You got 16 countries that can launch into orbit. You have this weaponization of space where people are building capabilities to fight in that space domain. Countries need to think fundamentally about the way space plays out in their respective national security portfolios.
Did this conference add up to what you expected?
Yeah, absolutely. We have just 2 startups incubated here. We have tons of connection here, and this is the right place.
And if anybody wanted to know about your wonderful plan to help kids with ideas, do you have a website?
Yeah, fullfarm.com. Our program is named the Full Farm Launcher, 6 months in which we help students all over the world to transform. So our expectation is to have more and more students also coming from Miami environment to make it possible that they dream come true.
I love your idea and I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much indeed, and I love you.